Maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. Maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight. And don't be down and don't be such a mess. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
Against all the odds. Celebrations out of the pitch.
So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
It's there! Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
And yeah, it's white and green, you know what I mean. Maybe the time is right for us to back our team. Maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
And what a beautiful sight I've just seen.
And yeah, it's Champions League and you know what we need. Maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. Maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing
It's there! Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
And yeah, it's white and green, you know what I mean. And maybe the time is right for us to back our team. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
And what a beautiful sight I've just seen.
And yeah, it's Champions League and you know what we need. And maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight. And don't be down and don't be such a mess. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
It's there! Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
And yeah, it's white and green, you know what I mean. And maybe the time is right for us to back our team. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. Maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. Maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight. And don't be down and don't be such a mess. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
Against all the odds. Celebrations out of the pitch.
So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
It's there! Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
And yeah, it's white and green, you know what I mean. Maybe the time is right for us to back our team. Maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
And what a beautiful sight I've just seen.
And yeah, it's Champions League and you know what we need. Maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. Maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be
It's there! Against all the odds! Celebrations out on the pitch!
And yeah, it's white and green, you know what I mean. And maybe the time is right for us to back our team. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
And what a beautiful sight I've just seen.
And yeah, it's Champions League and you know what we need. And maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Bala. We are away today. It is TNS versus Bala Town at Maya Tedig in the second phase of the Cymru Premier. Now, this will be a difficult game for the New Saints. Bala are the only team to beat them twice this season in domestic football with a 3-2 and a 1-0. But it's very hopeful around here. TNS have been unbeaten ever since I took over, anyway, back in December. Can't really stop winning at the moment. There's a few players in great form. Adam Wilson has got quite a few goals in his last few games. Remy's on 4 and 6. So a first goal for new signing Zach Clark in the last game against Airbus in the Cup. It'll be a difficult one for TS today. I think there's going to be a bit of a mentality shift. Obviously, with a team that have beaten them twice this season, it's going to be a bit more play on their minds a little bit more. But Craig Harrison seems rather relaxed, the TNS manager. We're just waiting for the players to come out as of now. I was told today at first that I'd be commentating indoors, and unfortunately that hasn't been the case. I'm sat in one of the stands commentating, but it's actually a very warm day today, so I'm very happy with that. But here come the players now, the teams Bala Town and the New Saints. The visiting team, the New Saints, we've gone with just one change today in the league. We've got Connor Roberts in goal, Josh Pask, Jordan Marshall, Danny Redmond, the usual skipper, is back after his absence in the Cup against Airbus. Dan Williams, Aramide Jayote, or Remy as I like to call him, is a lot quicker for me to say, Harrison Maguire, Jordan Williams, who's finally back in the league starting lineup after a few games out with an injury, Leo Smith keeps his place in the team alongside Danny Davis at right back, and Adam Wilson, the man in form. And the home side today, they've got number 1, Joel Torrance, number 2, Unis Cargbo, number 3, Geraint Edwards, number 7, Lasagna Mendez, number 8, Nathan Burke, number 9, George Newell, number 12, Osebi Abadaki, number 18, Louis Robles, number 19, Kieran Lloyd, number 22, Callum Stephen Edwards, and number 23 and skipper for the home side, Ross White. The players are out. We are just awaiting kick-off now as the linos and the linos make their way to their touch lines, and the referee calls in the 2 captains for a coin toss to see who gets kick-off. I will apologise in advance if there's any slowness in my commentary. I'm at a slightly restricted view where I can't see down one of the wings, so sometimes I have to take an educated guess on who's got the ball, but I'm confident in myself. It doesn't help that TNS is shooting the way that I can't see in the first half, but I will try my best. As TNS have kick-off for the first half, and we will get underway here at the Maya Tedig. I also apologise if anybody hears a bit of sniffling on commentary. I'm a little bit ill, but I will give it my best go. And we have kick-off now. Remy takes it, passes it down to Dan Williams. He goes back to his left back, Jordan Marshall. He goes into midfield for Danny Redmond. He goes long, looking for Jordan Williams, who's making a run. And he's got it just across the box. It's a rapid start. TNS have scored in the opening 7-8 seconds of the game. It is a complete rapid start. It was a long ball over the top from Danny Redmond down the left wing for Jordan Williams to run onto. He got down to the byline and cut it back, and Leo Smith was at the back stick just to poke it in. I can't lie, I don't really know what to say. I've never seen it go that quick. But it is unbelievable. I've just said kick-off, and unbelievably, it is already 1-0 to the New Saints. That is more than the perfect start for the boys. It is Leo Smith with another goal after his goal against Airbus in the week. And yeah, you can't really ask for a better start than that. Bala now take kick-off. Nathan Burke to take. Sent forward by the centre-half. Ad's battling for it. Pass clears it up to the halfway line. Remy's battling for it now. Centre-half brings it back down again. Now Danny Redmond battling midfield. It bounces down to Leo Smith. It's a bit of a pinball in the middle at the moment. Burke is chasing it down alongside Cargbo. Drops to Harrison Maguire, who clears it along over the top through ball. Edwards is chasing it. Callum Edwards now has the ball, the right back for Bala. He's just coming across the half line. He goes for a long switch over the top, looking for his centre forward. It's headed away by Josh Pass, but only to a white shirt on the edge of the box. They get the shot away, but it goes right into the hands of Connor Roberts in goal for the New Saints. Roberts takes his goal kick quick and goes long, looking for Remy. Remy battling with Bala, but he doesn't win the header. And now it's gone back out to Bala, who clear it forward. Headed away by Harrison Maguire. Put back in by Burke, but it's gone out for a throw-in just in front of me now. Asabi was just chasing it down for Bala, but he couldn't get there in time. Throw-in taken by Jordan Marshall. He plays a 1-2 Harrison Maguire. Goes back to Maguire. Maguire just has a little bit of time. The ball is being pressed by George Newell. Ball bounces to Burke in midfield. He goes back to Edwards. Edwards goes for an over-the-top ball, but it's a free header for Harris Maguire to win. Redos now clears it up the line. Edwards is chasing alongside Aramide just down the left-hand side, but Edwards gets the better of the TNS man. Falls the goalkeeper Torrance, who gets it back into midfield. He plays it into Cargbo. Cargbo tries to turn, but Dan Williams intercepts. And it falls to Harrison Maguire, who plays it back to the goalkeeper. It's the 1-2 with Robbo. Maguire's got time on the ball. The only real Bala player pressing in these opening few minutes is George Newell. Now it's back with Harrison Maguire. He could just carry it out from the back here. Newell's still pressing. Falls to Connor Roberts. Roberts plays a cut-in cross pass, looking for Danny Davis, but it's headed away by Bala, but it falls to Josh Pass's feet now, just in the back line again. He goes back to his goalkeeper. Roberts just taking his time with it. He plays it across to Harrison Maguire. Harrison just being pressed by Newell again, but not much intensity in the Bala press. Bala look, after that shock of an opening goal in the opening 10 seconds, Bala just look like they want to sit back a little bit and take a bit of sting out of this game before it runs away from him. It's even started, but now it's with Adam Wilson. He takes a loose touch. It's cleared by captain Ross White into midfield for Cargwell to control. Cargwell looking to play a pass. He plays it back to his goalkeeper Torrance. Torrance goes long, looking for Newell. He's battling with pass. Newell wins the flick on. And now it's with Lou Robles. Cargwell comes back in. Robles looks to turn Danny Davis, but Robles can't get a touch onto it, and it goes out for a TNS throw-in. But as I was saying, that freak of an opening goal for TNS it looks like Bala just wanted to take the sting out of this for a little bit, just so this game doesn't run away from them before it even gets started. But it's Danny Davis standing over the throw-in now. Davis throws it into Williams. Davis gets it back at the wing, looking for Aramide. Cleared by Callum Edwards. Falls to Dan Williams. Dan Williams goes all the way back to Connor Roberts. Roberts, first time pass into midfield where Red is concerned. Danny Redmond, the skipper, he goes back out to left back Jordan Marshall. He's just coming just behind the halfway line now. Now it's with Jordan Williams on the halfway line. Jordan can turn. He's got a few white shirts around him, but Jordan Marshall looking for the overlap, but instead he cuts it back to Leo Smith, who's just shown for an option. He goes to captain Danny Redmond. Redmond goes back at the wing looking for Marshall, but it's fell to Williams, but his heavy touch just sees it go out for a goal kick. Goal kick to be taken by goalkeeper Joel Torrance. Just looking for this left wing area now. Bala from their goal kicks, looking to go long early on here. And he takes a long free kick, but he hasn't got not enough power on it. It went towards Ads, but he can't really get any control of the ball, and he sees it out to go for a Bala throw-in just around the technical area of Bala's men. Sorry, that's Craig. He's going to be fuming that I just compared it to Bala and not to Craig's technical area. So it's a Bala throw-in. Bala looks to throw it into Newell's feet. Newell plays a 1-2. Now the ball's up, looping in the air. Pass heads it down. Looks like it's going out for a throw-in. No, Adam Wilson's managed to get it and keep it in. But the ball's a bit loose now. It's just fallen to the byline where Pass can pick it up and hoof it clear. Pass goes long, but it goes out for another throw-in. It's a lovely scorpion kick touch from Craig Harrison. Rolling back the years of that one. I'm sure he'll definitely mention to that me in my post-match interview as well. Cargbo just to take the throw in here for. Throw-in comes in, it goes over the top, looking for Kieran Lloyds, but he's offside, and it will be a TNS free kick just on the byline that Roberts will come out and take. Don't really know what to describe this game. I mean, it's been a bit of chaos in the opening five minutes or so. An opening goal in the opening 10 seconds. You don't really see that very often. It took me by surprise as a commentator, but TNS have been nice in possession, calm in possession. There's been a bit of ping ball though. I mean, both sides are liking to do the long ball and long passes, but TNS seeming to also want to kick the ball on the floor and play football. It's a lovely surface. It's a lot better than the last away day against Carnarvon Town, where the pitch was unplayable for the style of football that the New Saints want to play, and that Craig's trying to get his team, wants his team to play like. They couldn't really do it against Carnarvon, so they're trying to do it here. But it's Harrison Maguire looking for an over-the-top through ball, aiming for Marsh, but it's put way too much power on it. It goes out for a goal kick again. If I'm giggling, I've just heard what Harrison said about had his opinion on that attempt, and he wasn't happy about it, but I can't repeat that for this. I apologise if any of you heard it, sorry for the language. But it'll be a goal kick again. They'll aim for this left side again. Torrance will just aim, looking at Kieran Lloyd, who's just gone out wide, the same as Newell, the big centre forward. Cargbo's just hanging about there as well, same as Burke. He's got a lot of bigger men to aim at here. Ball's battled with Newell. Falls to Lloyd, who goes for a flick on towards Cargbo, but pass wins it. Falls back to Newell, but his touch goes out for a TNS throw-in just in the right-back area where Danny Davis is. Danny just looking for an option here. He goes up into midfield where Dan Williams is. There's a lovely touch and turn from him to get away from two white shirts. And now he can drive forward with the ball. He's got Burke pressing him. He hasn't got an option. It's cleared by... He puts the ball into the box. It's cleared by Aaron Edwards. And it's further cleared by Mendes. But then Leo Smith can intercept that clearance, but it goes all the way out for another Bala throw-in. But that was a lovely take and turn from Dan Williams in midfield just to drive away from two white shirts. Nice little pirouette in the middle. Lovely bit of composure for the little Welshman. There'll be a throw-in just in that far corner flag for Bala. It's a long throw-in, I heard him grunt from here. But the ball's pinging about again. Mendes wins the header. It's kicked forward by Newell. It's back at the goalkeeper Connor's feet, and he, with lovely composure, plays it back out to Jordan Marshall, the left-back, who's got loads of space to run into now. He can drive just across the halfway line here. He's just looking for an option. Marsh goes back to Redders. Danny Redmond now looking for a ball. He plays the little... There's a pass back to Marsh. He goes back to Remy, and now it's with Redmond on the halfway line. Redmond can come forward. He switches the play across to Josh Pask. He's being pressed by Lloyd, but Pask can drive forward. He drives past Cargbo as well, and he gets it out to the right back, Danny Davis. Davis looking to go one-on-one with his man. He plays it to Adam Wilson. Adam Wilson plays a clip ball towards the back stick, and it's just over Aramide out his head and floats out for a goal kick. Well, that was another good chance for TNS. Just a nice little floated ball to the back stick. It was just at about a yard and a half too much on it, and Aramide was unable to get on the end of it, and it goes out for another goal kick. It's clear what Bala's intention is for these goal kicks. They're aiming for the big men in Lloyd and Newell. They all drift to the left-hand side of their pitch. And Torrance is just trying to hit the big man here, as well as Osebi, who just pushes on. Osebi's more quicker men in that attacking lineup. The ball was aimed at Newell, but it goes over his head and goes straight out for a TNS throw-in. Danny Davis takes it quick, but Newell is pressing Harrison Maguire, so he cuts back and goes to Connor Roberts. Roberts clips the ball over to Danny Davis, who heads it back into play, but it drops to Cargbo with a nice little bit of skill. Falls to Mendes. Mendes tries to get it forward, but is intercepted by Josh Pask. Pask goes out to Danny Redmond, who's found himself in the right back role. He cuts back and goes it back to his goalkeeper. Roberts is forced to kick it long first time. Goes to the halfway line where Ads is, but he loses out to a white shirt. And now Cargbo's the ball. He's fouled chiefly by Danny Redmond just on the halfway line. It'll be a Bala free kick. Looks like Burke is just thrown this free kick now, and they've sent a centre half forward. Free kick is taken towards the back closer. Newell is. He's battling with Jordan Williams, and Jordan's done really well just to use his body to shield the ball out of play and put the big man on the floor. But there's no foul. It was fair from Jordan. It was good defending from the left winger. Don't really expect Jordan to be defending like that, but give him his credit. Now the ball's with Connor Roberts. Roberts plays it to Josh Pask from his goal kick, just on the edge of the box now. Josh Pask driving forward, drives past Newell, and Josh loves doing this. He does love just to drive forward from the defence. He doesn't mind carrying the ball out. The ball's loose in midfield now. It's kicked forward by Roberts, falls to Newell's feet, but he's got loads of TNS men around him. He tries to play a through ball. It's intercepted by Maguire, further taken by Dan Williams. And now the ball's with Remy on the halfway line. Dan Williams can drive forward with it. Mendes and Cargbo cresting him, but he gets it out wide to Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams goes inside to Redo. Danny Redmond now looking for a long over the top through ball to Remy. Remy gets it down well. Can he get a shot away? Remy's on the edge of the box. He needs some help though. He plays it to Leo Smith. Leo gets it out wide to Jordan Williams on the left wing. He cuts back to Danny Redmond. Redmond looking to put a ball into the back stick, but it's cleared by Bala. And it can be cleared further up to the halfway line where Newell is. He's battling with Maguire. Maguire gets just something on it. He just gets enough on it for Dan Williams to clean up. And he plays it back to Josh Pask. And now TNS can regain possession again. Dan Williams looking like a nice little ball over to Danny Davis at right back, who's just overlapping. Davis comes inside. He plays it to the edge of the box where Jordan Williams is. It's a lovely turn from him. Gets a shot away on his left foot, but it's well over the bar. And he's actually managed to hit one of the trees just behind the Bala goal, which is arguably more impressive than scoring, so we'll let him off of that. So it'll be a goal kick to Bala. Torrance again. It's this move just drifting over to the left side of the pitch for their side to aim for Newell or Lloyd, just the two big men, and let Alabi just run off from the flick-ons. But so far TNS are dealing with it well. If they're not winning the first ball off goal kicks, they're certainly winning the second. So, goal kick taken towards Newell, who's battling with Dan Williams, who isn't the tallest, but he's done well to hold the man off, and it falls to Josh Pask. Burke tries to clear it up the line, but he's cleared it out for a throw-in for TNS. Just around the benches. It's been a good start from TNS, it's been positive. Two decent one goal and one decent chance, but they've certainly been on top in this game. But Bala is just trying to make it a bit scrappy for them, and it's a loose ball into midfield from the throw-in to Leo Smith, who fails to control it, and Cargo intercepts. Leo desperate to win the ball back and brings down the man that won it, and it'll be another free kick for Bala. And they're dangerous with set pieces. I can already see it. They can float a few into the box. They've got some big men. George Newell will be gagging to get on the end of one of these balls, but it'll be Burke to take the free kick. Captain Ross White has come forward as well from the back. Him and Newell at that back stick. Ball comes in. It's headed away by Jordan Marshall. Headed further away by Aramide. But it falls to Aaron Edwards, who goes first time over the top from the halfway line again. Danny Davis can intercept it. It takes a deflection off. I think it was Danny Redmond as it was coming forward. But falls to Burke now. Burke tries to go a little looping ball over the top to Lloyd. Headed down by Davis. And it's cleared by Redmond. Leo Smith's now battling on the halfway line with Aaron Edwards. Falls to Danny Redmond. He heads it to Jordan Williams. Now Dan Williams tries to play an over the top through ball to Leo Smith, but it goes straight through to the goalkeeper for Bala, who can start again. I said Bala they're not wanting to play football in this game at the moment. They're trying to make it a bit scrappy. A lot of big balls over the top and into the air. It's the battle for headers with the TNS men. Bala are the more physically imposing team, but with Harrison, Maguire and Pask at the back, they've been dealing with it well so far. But now Newell and Pask battling again. Ball bounces through to Lloyd, who's just around the edge of the box. Falls to Cargbo, tries to do a little bit of skill, but is intercepted well by Dan Williams. And Ross White tries to see Aramide through, and he eventually does win it off Remy. He passed it on to Edwards. Edwards passed it on to Callum Edwards, both the same name. That's not going to be confusing at all. But it's at Mendes now, the right wing, the number 7 for Bala. He's being pressed by Leo Smith. He gets a really good ball into the box. It falls to Newell, and it's just cleared off the line by Harrison Maguire. It's great defending from the TNS centre-half. It was a really, really good ball from Mendes, just from this right wing to the back stick. Conor Roberts couldn't come out for it, and it goes to it fell to Newell, who got a header just back across goal, just across Conor's left shoulder, but it was cleared off the line by Harrison Maguire. But still, the attack's not over. Cargo gets the ball into the box, but it's cleared by Josh Pask. Only as far as a Bala man, though. Ball comes back into the box. It's headed away by Jordan Marshall, and it goes out for a Bala corner. Bala are dangerous in the air, and they're going to be dangerous for set pieces. There'll be plenty of cross into the box for the centre half to deal with, and that was the biggest chance of the game apart from the opening 10 seconds. And it's a brilliant clearance from Harrison Maguire to keep this at 1-0. But it'll be Lassan and Mendes to take the corner for Bala. They've thrown all their big men forward. Callum Edwards, Aaron Edwards and Ross White are all in the box. The captain just looking to sit. They're all just looking to swarm around the middle of the 6-yard box, just to create a bit of a scuffle here. Mendes goes into the box, a short ball, but it's cleared straight away by Remy, and it can go out for a throw in here. But as we've seen, there's Bala have a nice long throw in from Cargbo. Cargbo's got a really good long throw, and he will take this now. This will be like taking a corner. He's got a really, really good long throw. And again, Bala stick a lot of big men in the box awaiting for this long throw. He doesn't, tries not to use it though, he throws it short to allow the ball to go back into the box from Edwards. But Connor Roberts comes out and collects it brilliantly. And now TNS can keep the ball again. Jordan Williams is screaming for it in his left back role, and the ball is thrown out to him. And now Jordan can come forward. He's got Asabi in front of him, so he cuts back and goes to Jordan Marshall. Marshall goes back to Maguy on the edge of the box. Maguy goes just across to his partner Pask. He goes into midfield to Danny Redmond. Redmond can come forward, plays a nice ball out to Danny Davis, who's just making that overlapping run like he always does from right back. He plays it inside to Adam Wilson. Adam can drive. He's got no pressure on him here. He gets a shot away, and it's just past the right post. It was a lovely clean strike from Adam, who just didn't have any pressure on him from 20 odd yards out. So he came inside and decided to get a shot away, and just slicing across it. It was zinging, but it just zings just past the right post there, and it stays 1-0 at the moment. I would love to tell you guys how much time we've got, but because of our peculiar setup, I haven't got a monitor in front of me, so I can't actually see how much time's gone. But I can imagine it'll be about just under 20 minutes here. And it'll be a goal kick again for Bala. Torrance takes towards the halfway line. Cargbo flicks it on. And it goes out for another throw-in for Bala. Be Louis Robles to take this throw in for Bala, just in front of Craig Harrison's technical area. Robles throws it into Mendes. Mendes with a lovely take and turn away from Danny Redmond. He gets it out wide to Louis Lloyd. Tries to play a 1-2, but it's intercepted by Danny Davis, and it falls to Adam Wilson. Then it goes to Mendes, looks to a fouled Redmond, but it isn't given. But TNS can come away with the ball anyway. Dan Williams can clear it up. Aaron Edwards is looking to intercept it before Aramide gets there, and he does get there first. He goes back to his goalkeeper calmly, but he's being pressed by Leo Smith. Torrance is forced to clear it up the pitch, and it falls to Dan Williams' feet. Williams gets it over to Jordan Williams. Marshall making a great run to overlap. He gets a first-time ball back into the box, falls to the back stick, but he's given a foul against. It looks like Adam Wilson on Aaron Edwards just in the 6-yard box. Couldn't really see it from here, to be honest. It looked like Ads might have just pushed him down as he was running to make contact with the ball, but from that it'll be a free kick to Bala. I'm just trying to pull my commentary equipment just across the stand a little bit so I can get a better view for you guys. I think I've worked out the perfect view. I can nearly see the corner flag, which is a lot better than I've had for the last 20 minutes. But it'll be a goal kick for Bala Town. Again, they're just aiming for this left-hand side for the big men. It's going to be a repeating theme in this game, trying to use their size difference just to try and overpower TNS in the air. But for now, Josh Pask and Maguy have dealt with it really well. So this goal kick goes towards Newell again. Bounces off Dan Williams. Lloyd trying to get onto the end of it, but it's cleared by Pask. Only as far as Edwards, who clears it further forward. Clearance again towards Edwards. It's a bit of pinball. He does an acrobatic clearance towards Cargbo, who gets it up forward towards Asabi. But it falls to Jordan Marshall, goes back to his goalkeeper Roberts. Roberts plays a first-time ball to Maguy, who's being pressed by Newell. Maguy deals with it well, but no, he doesn't. He's intercepted by Kieran Newell. But George Newell, sorry, I'm just laughing because he's just accidentally done the Henri skill. But it goes out for a throw-in just by this corner flag. Yeah. Newell's just tried to do the little fake pass shot that Henri is very famous for. Unfortunately, didn't do it on purpose, but it nearly worked out. Falling to Asabi Abadaki on the right wing, but he was forced to put it out for a throw-in, smashing it against Jordan Marshall. But it'll be a long throw here. It's Cargbo's long throw. Bala is swarming the 6-yard box here. Cargbo gets a long throw in the box. It's headed away by Danny Davis. Falls to August It's cleared again by TNS, but Torrance is there just to sweep up. It's all the way up the pitch here, so TNS can be able to step out again. Torrance sends it forward once again towards Newell. Maguy wins it. He heads it down to his left back. Jordan Marshall, who can come forward. Marsh plays it up to Jordan Williams, who's being pressed by Edwards. Jordan tries to get it up the wing, but it looks like it's gone. But it looks like it's gone out for a throw-in. I apologise for any language there. I don't think Jordan agreed with the decision. But it'll be looks like it just went out for a throw-in. So yeah, it'll be a throw-in for Bala just on the halfway line here. Throw-in's taken and cleared up the pitch. Just looks like he's holding his head and his arm as well. Redmond looks okay, luckily. It's a nasty little clash of bodies there. Skipper Redmond is okay, he's back up and walking, but Newell's going to need a little bit of treatment here. Just as we're having a little interval here, Craig Harrison just barking orders at his defenders to win headers first time. So if you hear any background noise, unfortunately we weren't allowed in the gantry again today, so I am in the home stand. I'm quite enjoying it. It's a nice atmosphere. Bit nicer to have a louder background, but unfortunately it makes Haley and me harder as people walk past. So I apologise for that. As I said earlier, because of our peculiar setup, we don't know what time in the game it is, but from my timer it says it's around 25 minutes into this first half here, and it is currently 1-0 to TNS, who went 1-0 up instantly with a cutback in the first 10 seconds from Jordan Williams towards Leo Smith, who was able to tap it in. And also, while this break, gives me a shout out to our sponsors who bring you the commentary for today. Henstone Distillery Gin and Planet Hippo, so thank you to those two for bringing you guys the commentary today as the sponsors. So Bala's number 9 Newell is back up on his feet awaiting for Mendez's corner, but it'll be a bit of a loss of physical presence in the box as he's the tallest on their side. So it'll be Mendez to take this corner just on the right side for Bala. He goes towards the near post, headed away by Dan Williams, but headed further away by Adam Wilson. Falls towards Robles. He gets a long lofting ball over the top, looking for Mendez. Jordan Williams just misjudges the header and he goes backwards. Now it falls to Mendez. Gets it through to Louis. Falls to Asabi, but the ball's cleared. Now it falls to Adam Wilson, who can drive forward. He drives past Cargbo, but Cargbo gets back and makes a really good sliding challenge to put it out for a TNS throw-in. TNS throw-in taken by Danny Davis towards Josh Pass. Now it's in the box where Roberts has the ball. He plays it to Maguire. Maguire goes up into midfield where Danny Redmond is. Redmond plays it across to Dan Williams. Dan Williams just being pressed by a few white shirts here, but he goes back across to Redmond. Redmond goes up the pitch to the halfway line where Danny Davis is. Danny Davis cuts back to Danny Redmond. Redders goes into the halfway line where Dan Williams is, and he switches it to Jordan Marshall. Jordan Marshall was a 1-2 with Williams. And now Williams goes just keeping the ball in TNS, trying to take a bit of sting out of it. Falls to Redmond. He goes over the top towards Danny Davis, tries to bring it down with a loose touch, and it's intercepted by Kieran Lloyds, who falls over in the process, but the referee is blown up for a foul. I couldn't really see it because it's about 100 yards away, but it didn't really look like a foul. It looked soft to me. So it'll be a free kick just down the far side for Bala, just outside of their own box, taken by the goalkeeper. Torrance goes long again, looking for Newell, battling with Dan Williams. Ball bounces over to Kieran Lloyd, intercepted by Paskey. Then Cargbo chasing. Danny Redmond wins that 50-50. Falls to Wilson. He goes to Williams with a lovely bit of footwork to get away from his marker, and it goes to Jordan Williams just across the halfway line. Now Jordan can drive forward. He's looking for an option. He plays it to Leo Smith, who's just in front of him. Leo just cuts it back to the halfway line where Redmond is. He goes to Dan Williams. Williams goes down to Danny Davis at right back, who's just coming forward now. Davis cuts it back to Williams. Williams just goes back to the halfway line where his captain is. Now Redmond looking for a little clipped over the top through ball towards Jordan Marshall, but it's too much on it again, and it goes out for another Bala goal kick. good build-up play from TNS. It was positive. They're moving the ball slightly quicker, just a half a yard quicker than they have been. A few more first touch passes, a bit more composure on the ball. I think Bala are trying to make this a bit of a scrap, just aerial duels and trying to win the aerial battle. But TNS are more than happy to want to keep the ball on the floor and want to play football. It's a lovely surface and it's good for it. And TNS is starting to play their own game now, not leaning into the Bala physicality as much. Torrance takes another goal kick towards that left-hand side. Goes over Newell's head. Looks to have gone over Kieran Lloyd's head. Yeah, it's fallen to Josh Pask. Pass to Roberts, who goes first-time clearance from his goal 6-yard box. Headers won by Bala, falls to Kieran Lloyd. Then it falls back to Redmond, who clears it. First-time ball from Robles up to Mendes, who heads it back to the centre-half, Edwards. Edwards back to Mendes. Mendes has got 3 blue shirts round him, but he manages to find Robles at left-back. He's pressed by Adam Wilson. Adam Wilson does well. It looked like it went out for a TNS throw, and it does. Adam's done really well there. It was good work, good intensity from him to win the throw-in for his team. And he leaves it for Danny Davis to take. So I've just quickly checked the Cymru Premier app, the Cymru football app, and we are currently 29 minutes into this game. So I'll try and keep you guys updated while I can. Without my monitor, it's a bit difficult, but I'll try off my phone. So it's another throw for TNS now. Just further up the pitch now. It's just past the Bala technical area. Davis throws it into Smith. Davis goes inside looking for Remy. Remy now at right wing. He's got 2 white shirts round him. He plays it back to Adam Wilson. He goes back to Dan Williams. Williams now goes to Josh Pask. Josh Pask back up the wing for Adam Wilson. Wilson goes inside to Dan Williams. Williams goes to Danny Redmond, the number 10 for TNS. He just goes back to the halfway line where Josh Pask is. Pask comes forward, plays it to Adam Wilson. And Wilson, he was clattered into by Robles. Absolutely cynical foul from Robles. No real intention to play the ball there at all. And the referee is given a foul, but no yellow card, weirdly enough. And I said that would look like it was certain to the first booking of the game. There was no real intent to play the ball, but the referee wasn't interested. A big miss today is for TNS is Ryan Brobble, who's not in the squad today. But just missing a little bit of creativity so far, that little bit of freedom. But now the ball's fallen to Aramide. He's intercepted by Edwards and it falls to Torrance. But yeah, they're just missing that slight bit of creative flair from... we know that Brobs can produce so well, so skillful, such a technically gifted footballer. Just seem like missing something at the moment, TNS, but they have still got the 1-0 lead. Torrance to the ball in his hands. He kicks it, but it's more off rather than out. Just towards the halfway line now. Mendes battling, but the free ball's fallen to Jordan Williams, who can drive forward. Williams getting chased by Asabi. No one's really closing Williams down. He goes for a shot from distance, but it was always going over. Just goes over the bar. It was always rising the shot, but it's a good attempt from Jordan. It was certainly better than his last one. So another goal kick for Bala, but TNS is starting just to get a hold of this game now and start to create more chances and moving the ball a little bit quicker. The football's been more fluid in the last 5 minutes from the New Saints. It's been good to watch. But they'll be hoping to get this second goal just before half-time. As I said in the pre-match, that Bala are the only team to beat TNS twice domestically this season, so it'll be on their mind to get a second goal because they know that this team can score. They know that their opposition can score goals. Ball's just been cleared by Edwards from the halfway line for a throw-in just in front of the TNS technical area. Ball's thrown to Adam Wilson, who's got men round him, but he goes back to Danny Redmond. Redmond's got Mendes pressing him. Redmond tries to play a ball up, but it's intercepted by Roberts on the halfway line. And now there's a few white shirts flying forward. It's with Cargbo, who goes back to the halfway line where his captain, White, is. He goes across to Edwards. Edwards goes to the other Edwards, Callum. Callum goes up the wing, looking for Asabi. Asabi looking like to handball it, but Redmond's intercepted anyway. He's played a really good pass to Remy, who's just being chased by White there, the captain. Danny Davis now coming across the halfway line. He just cuts back to the halfway line where his captain is, but he's being pressed by Newell. Redmond gets it to the wing where Jordan Williams is. I can't really see at the moment, but yeah, Williams goes one on his wing and looks to get a ball into the box, but he's just sliced at it and it's gone out for another goal kick for Bala. To be fair, that's the first time my restricted view has actually got in the way of what I can see. That wasn't too bad, but it hasn't come to anything anyway, so I haven't missed too much. So it'll be another goal kick here for Bala Town. Goal kick taken towards the halfway line again. Leo Smith wins the first header, but it looks like it's going to go out for a throw, and it does, just in front of Bala, in front of the Bala Town bench. Be taken by Robles. Robles is asking for an option here from his throw-in. I think he's looking for Kieran Lloyd to win the flick on. Newell wins the flick on instead, and it falls to Kieran Lloyd. Kieran Lloyd looking to beat Danny Davis, but Davis has done well just to win the ball and put it out for another throw-in. Looks like Cargwell will be taking a long throw in again. Yeah, White has come forward. Asabi's going into the box now. Mendes is just floating around the edge of the box. Burke's just making his way into the box now. Yeah, it'll be another long throw. Cargwell goes long, but it's a free header for Josh Pass to head it away. Only as far as Burke, who heads it back in, but Pass comes back and wins it again. Edwards tries to play a scissor kick volley and back into the box, but he slices it and it's cleared again by TNS. Falls to Leo Smith on the halfway line. Looked like he was fouled, but play goes on. Now Redmond has the ball. Redmond plays it back to the halfway line where Leo is back on his feet. Leo can come forward, looks for a through ball towards Aramide, who's got a bit of space here. He tries to get a shot away, but the deflection takes any power off it. It goes straight into Joel Torrance's hands, and the goalkeeper just has the ball in arms now. Again, it's a little bit of a half chance for Remy. He hasn't had much in this game so far, but he's had one that just whistled past the post. It was a good strike from distance, but he's had a difficult game. The TNS number 15. He's been in rich goal scoring form recently, but today he hasn't really had a chance so far. But it only takes Remy half a chance to get a goal, so still got full confidence in him to find another one today. But now goal kick taken. Falls to Kieran Lloyd, plays it to Cargbo, who's just overlapping from that left hand side, just by the corner flag now of Bala. He goes back up to Robles, who goes into Burke, but Danny Redmond with a lovely interception. Now TNS can break with pace. Redmond beats his first man, but Redders has slipped and it's been intercepted by Asabi. And the captain's frustrated with himself. There's a really good break on there. TNS body started flying forward, but Redmond just slipped as he went to play the ball, and it was just not the connection he wanted. But now Bala can try and put the ball into the box, falling towards the left wing back, forced to Jordan Williams. Williams goes inside to Dan Williams. Dan Williams plays it across to Danny Redmond now. Redmond looking to play a nice over the top through ball, and it finds Adam Wilson's feet, who's on the right wing, and now he's got two white shirts around him, but you know what, Adam will want to beat his man. Adam comes inside on his stronger left foot, plays it across the pitch to Jordan Williams, falls to Leo Smith now, who plays it to Dan Williams. He plays a first time pass out to Jordan Marsh at left back. Marsh looking for a pass, goes to Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams just trying to create something. It's got into the box in the end. Sorry, I couldn't really see anything from the angle I'm sat at, but it managed to find its way into the box ultimately. But Bala have managed to get it back to their goalkeeper, who's got the ball in his hands now. Torrance will just take this goal kick now for Bala. Just approaching the last 7 minutes of this first half, according to my phone. It's currently still 1-0 to TNS. They've been the better side, but Bala have had a massive chance that was cleared off the line by Harrison McGuy. Probably the biggest chance of the game, that apart from the goal in the opening 10 seconds that came by way of Leo Smith, who had probably the easiest goal of his career. It was a lovely, well-worked goal straight from kick-off. But now the ball's in the box now. Harrison McGuy battling with Asabi, and he wins it. Plays it to Jordan Marshall, who goes to Redmond. Redmond now looking for a ball. Redders goes towards the halfway line where Remy is. He plays it back to Dan Williams, who can drive forward. He's got a lot of space here. Dan Williams looking for a through ball. Plays it through to Leo Smith, who looked like he was through, but there's just too much pace on the ball, and it goes straight through to Torrance. I'm going to steal a bit of commentary from the fans next to me that the final pass hasn't really been there for TNS so far. They've been better on the ball and better in possession certainly, but the final ball just isn't there at the moment, and they're struggling to carve out a proper chance. I mean, they carved straight through Bala's entire team in the opening couple seconds for the first goal, but apart from that, they've really failed to cut through this Bala deep defensive line. White and Edwards are dealing with a lot of balls over the top. Callum Edwards at right back and Robles at left back are dealing with the wingers quite well. TNS are just struggling to get out a little bit here. But that being said, Bala, except from the massive chance from Mule from the cross from Mendes, they haven't really had a clear-cut opportunity either. It probably should be 1-1. It was courtesy to Harrison Maguire that it's not, and it's still 1-0. Marshy's just done really well. Just sent Asabi to the gym by just bodying him out of play, but it's a great challenge from Jordan Marshall. But now the ball's with Dan Williams on the halfway line. He's running away from Cargbo. He plays it up to Adam Wilson. He looks to beat Robles. Adam Wilson coming inside on his left foot. Nice little Ronaldo chop. It looks like he was fouled, but the referee's not interested. It can be played away from it. It can be played out by Burke. He finds Robles. It's cleared now by White, the captain. Dan Williams intercepts it, trying to keep it in on the halfway line, but his touch has seen it go out for another throw-in. I apologise for any language there. There's just some arguments between the two teams. I apologise for any language you might have come through the mic there. I mean, it's the nice part about being pitch-side as commentary is that I can hear everything, but unfortunately a lot of the stuff they say might come through the mic. So I do apologise for any of that. Throw was taken towards Pask, who managed to clear it, but now it's fallen to Aaron Edwards' feet. Plays it to Callum Edwards at right back. Callum Edwards looks to get an over-the-top through ball, but Harrison Maguire can head it away. Onto the halfway line where White is. Ross White can play it up to Burke. Back to White now. He's being pressed by Aramide. He goes back to Aaron Edwards. Aaron Edwards looking to turn. He plays it back to his goalkeeper, Torrance, who gets a first-time clearance, just hook clearance. A scuff clearance, but it's found Mendes, who's looking to beat Dan Williams, but Dan Williams, as always, just going around putting out fires. He's just done well there to dispossess Mendes, and now TNS have the ball again at right back where Danny Davis is. He goes back to his goalkeeper, Roberts. Roberts is looking to go long into the halfway line. There's a free pass right in front of him for Danny Redmond, but he didn't see it. And now it's with Cargbo for the Bala number 3. He's just battling with Dan Williams. It's a nice little drop of the shoulder from him to get away from Remy. Now it's on the halfway line where Ross White is. He plays it across to Aaron Edwards. Aaron Edwards goes long looking for Asabi. Asabi is dispossessed by Jordan Williams, falls to Danny Redmond, but it's a loose pass and intercepted by the centre half, Ross White. And now it's with Burke on the halfway line. He plays it up to Cargbo. Cargbo back to Burke. Burke looking for Robles at left back, who's just pushing on. He looks to beat Adam Wilson. Adam Wilson gets a touch on the ball, but the referee's blowing it back for a foul. A foul around the left back roll. The Bala manager isn't really happy with something there. I couldn't really see what he was shouting about, but it is a free kick just around the left wing area for Bala on their attack as we approach half time. It's just the last 4 minutes now, including with added time to be added on. Free kick to be taken by Robles, I think. I can't really see, to be completely honest with you. No, it's to be taken by Burke. White is just sitting in that back stick. It's a lofted ball, but it's around the edge of the box. Leo Smith wins the first header. Mendes is battling, but Leo Smith can come away from it. Leo's pushing on for a counter-attack, but he's all on his own. He's battling with Aaron Edwards, just looking for a little bit of support. He plays it on to Adam Wilson, who's made a nice little overlapping run from right wing. He looks to beat Mendes, gets his head down. He's got a lot of men down him. The referee's flagging. Is it a penalty? It's just outside the box, I think, and he's given a free kick. Adam Wilson done really well to beat Edwards there. And he's just won a free kick right on the edge of the box by the byline. It's so far away from where we're sat that I couldn't see if it was a penalty or not, but no, it looked like a free kick. Adam did so well there. He had 3 white shirts around him, but he managed to beat all 3 of them and was brought down before he could cut it across the box. It'll be Jordan Marshall to float this free kick in now, though. A second goal for TNS will be priceless as we look to go towards the half-time interval. Jordan Marshall to take this take this free kick. Harrison Mackay's made a run across the front post. Falls to the back stick though, where Jordan Williams is. He's battling, but it's cleared by Bala. Falls to Danny Redmond, who just nice little dummy to get it back to the halfway line where Dan Williams is. He plays it out to the right where Adam Wilson is. He plays it on to Jordan Miles, who's just coming back into position from that free kick, but he's found himself on the right hand side, his opposite side. He gets the ball into the box. It's cleared by Edwards, but Burke's made a bit of a mess of it. However, his captain can just sweep up for him and play it up the line to Mendes. But Adam Wilson looks to win the header from Mendes, but the referee's given a foul, and I have to say that was another quite a soft decision, really. But it will be now another free kick to Bala, taken by their goalkeeper. Free kick's just behind the centre circle in Bala's half. It'll be the goalkeeper to take it and just send it long as near the end of the half. Torrance goes long. It's up towards George Newell, but the header's won by Pask, and it's flicked further on by Jordan Williams. Falls to Robles though, gets it up the line looking for Newell again, and he just shields it out for a Bala throw-in just around the corner flag of the TNS half, and this will allow Cargo to put another long throw into the box here, which have been dangerous so far, but TNS are dealing with them well, as of now. So it'll be Cargo to take this long throw again. It goes just into the box. There's a lot of blue shirts, and Pask wins a header again. Josh Pask has been excellent in the aerial duels today, considering how Bala wanted to play. Jordan Williams now tries to play it long, but it's only as far as Ross White, just in the centre circle. He plays a lovely direct diagonal ball looking for Mendes, but he's just put a little bit too much pace on the ball, and it goes out for a TNS goal kick. Just going into 45 minutes now, as the fourth official holds up the board with just 1 minute of added time here at the Mize Tegid. It's currently 1-0 to TNS from the opening 10 seconds. I wish I had my screen in front of me to tell you just how quick the goal actually was, but it was in no more than the opening 10 to 15 seconds. A lovely, well-worked goal. It was a nice ball over from Dan Redmond. Found Jordan Williams, who cut it across the box to Leo Smith. It was the quickest of starts, but since then it's been a bit of a cagey game. Both teams have had chances. Bala have missed the best one with a lovely goal line clearance from Harrison Mackay. But now the ball's just falling towards a saviour, who loses out to Jordan Marshall. And now the ball's looking towards Aramide, but Robles is there now to sweep up, and it takes the deflection off Adam Wilson and goes out for a Bala throw. Bala throw to be taken by left back Robles again. Bala take the throw in towards the halfway line, but that is all she wrote for the first half. It is TNS 1, Bala 0 as we hear the half-time whistle go. It was at the quickest of starts for TNS, a Leo Smith goal from the opening 10 seconds. A lovely ball over the top from Danny Redmond on the halfway line. Found Jordan Williams, who cut it back, and Leo just had the easiest of finishes. But it's been a bit cagey since then. A chance fell to George Newell, the number 9 for Bala. It was a ball in the box from Mendes to the back stick. Newell with a great header to get it back across goal and across the goalkeeper, but it was really well cleared off the line by Harrison Mackay. And that has really been all she wrote in this first half. I'd love to talk you through some replays, but I haven't got my screen in front of me, so I can't. But anyway, I will see you guys as we join the second half. We'll just go for a quick break here, and we will see you again in the second half.
Finish. 2-2. Ooh.
just to back our team. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
And what a beautiful sight I've just seen.
And yeah, it's Champions League and you know what we need. And maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
Samba, 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 samba. Oh, where's the pitch? Over there. In the pitch, is it? Where is the pitch? Oh boy. Up in the thing. Oh, forget that. One. Oh. Good. Good. Ah. Good. Oh my God, some of these boots are killing me, bro. Left leg. Woo! Ulala coach. Ulala coach. Take two, Sam, across. Cross. Ulala coach. Ah. Ulala coach. Ulala coach. Coach. Coach, stand back to the box. Do it, Samba. Samba, whip it. Go on. Samba. Fucking hell.
Welcome back, everybody. We're just coming back for the second half now at the Myers Tegid. It is currently 1-0 to TNS. It's been a very scrappy game. It was a rapid start from the boys with a 1-0 goal going in. And I've been told at half time it was the opening 13 seconds of the game. You can thank Stato for that because he knows absolutely everything. And if you ever want to know what day you were born on, ask Stato and he'll work it out. But we're just approaching the second half now in Bala. It's currently 1-0 to the New Saints. But Bala have been threatening, I have to say that. They've been a very big physical presence in the air and came very, very close to scoring just from a goal line clearance. So a lovely ball into the box from Mendes. Fell onto the head of George Newell, who managed to get it back across goal from the far post. And it was cleared off the line by Harrison Mackay. But so Bala have been threatening. TNS just need to play their own game a little bit more, just keep the ball on the floor. They're leaning into the physical battle that Bala want, just in the aerial duels, and eventually I can see Bala getting a goal if it continues like this. So TNS just needs to be a bit more wary and be a bit more composed in possession, rather than just going long. Obviously, as good as Remy is and as quick as he is, he's not a physical presence up top, so long balls into his feet aren't really working. He's not a hold-up sort of player. He needs to have balls in behind to run onto. And he hasn't really been able to test the pace of White and Edwards just yet. So we'll see how this second half holds as we look over for kick-off. It will be Burt to take for Bala. And Burke takes kick-off for Bala. He goes back to Aaron Edwards at the back, who looks to go long towards Cargbo. Cargbo flicks it on. Clearance is from Josh Pask, and it's further cleared by Jordan Williams. Just bouncing out for a throw-in just in front of me here on the halfway line. Lloyd will take it. Kieran Lloyd goes up the wing looking for Kieran Newell, but he can come away with it. Danny Davis comes away with it and he cuts it back to his goalkeeper, Connor Roberts.
Big one there, big one.
Roberts goes short to Pask. He's being pressed by Robles, but he wants to go back to his goalkeeper. He's got time. He's being pressed by Kieran Newell. He goes back to Pask. He's played Pask into a little bit of trouble here, but he's done well and managed to win a throw-in for the New Saints. But it's a bit squeaky bum time there on the edge of the box. Just Pask and Roberts just playing 1-2s with each other while they're being pressed by white shirts. Ball throw is taken towards Adam Wilson. He gets it back to Danny Davis, but Kieran Newell tries to intercept, but he's run out for a TNS throw-in again. It'll be Danny Davis to take this, just at the corner flag now in the TNS half. Unfortunately, it's the corner flag that I can't really see, but I can make out it's Danny. Lloyd heads it back into play. Burke heads it further, and it goes out for another throw-in in the place that I can't see. Danny Davis just standing over the throw-in again here. Davis goes up the wing, looking for Aramie Davis, won by White, and he goes back out to a throw-in in the exact same place. Davis looking for an option again. He goes into the midfield where Leo Smith is. He's being pressed by Mendes. Leo manages to get back a hooked ball towards Harrison Mackay. Plays it first hand to Josh Pask. Pask can come away with the ball. He plays it to his right back, Danny Davis. Davis looks to go up the wing now towards Leo Smith. It's a good ball. Leo's being chased by Edwards. Edwards trying to see him out. Edwards has done well defensively, but he puts it out for a corner. I think that'll be TNS's one of their first corners of the game. They haven't really says the chances they created today so far. But it'll be a TNS corner taken by Jordan Marshall. Been a physical battle in the air that Bala have been probably just edging it at the moment, so it's been interesting from the corner. Corner comes in, it's flicked away by Lloyd, falls to Josh Pask, but Josh Pask's attempt to get it back into the box just bounces out weakly for a goal kick. It was a good delivery from Marsh, just no one was attacking it. That lack of physical presence was really showing there. So it'll be a Torrance goal kick here. Again, they're just going to look to play towards its left-hand side. Torrance's goal kick is long, but it's a free header for Danny Redmond. Danny Redmond wins it. He gets it up to Leo Smith, bounces back to Redmond, heads it on to Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams has got Leo Smith running ahead of him, but Mendes has tracked it back well. Leo Smith is trying to put Mendes under pressure. He's trying to shield it out for a goal kick. Mendes is forced to touch it, but it's nice composure from the number 7 for Bala. He might have done too much there. No, he clears it against Leo Smith, and it goes out for a Bala throw-in. Throw-in taken by Bala, taken by Callum Edwards. It just goes into Marsh, who brings it on his chest. Back in, headed back out by Dan Williams. Dan Williams heads it onto Marshall. Marshall can come forward towards Aramide, but it takes a few deflections off white shirts and it goes out for another TNS throw. It's a nice little kick-ups from Sarge, the assistant gaffer. Throw-in taken towards Dan Williams. Williams goes to Josh Pask. Adam Wilson's in acres here, but instead he goes to Dan Davis. Danny Davis coming forward. He's just looking for a pass on, but there's no forward options. He plays it into Leo Smith. Leo Smith tries to play another ball towards Danny Davis. Has done really well to get on the end of it. Robles tries to win it, but it goes out for a TNS throw-in just in the edge, just by the corner flag. It's taken to Adam Wilson now. Wilson plays it to Danny Davis, who can get across into the box. Jordan Williams flicks it on, and it really should have been a goal. He flicks it on towards Aramide, but Aramide just lost his footing as he was following it in and can't get a touch onto it. That's unlucky, but it's good. It was good build-up from TNS. It's better. It's a better start to the second half. So be a Bala throw-in now, just from Callum Edwards, just by the corner flag. Throw-in goes high, won by Jordan Marshall. Bounces back out. Callum Edwards gets another head on it. Falls to Mendes, who hooks it clear. Pask wins the head on the halfway line. Cargbo heads it further. Magai plays a long, lofted ball over. Aaron Edwards wins it. Falls to Jordan Williams now at left wing. Williams has got Marshall making a nice overlapping run. Williams chooses to go alone though, and it's just intercepted by Aaron Edwards, who clears it to the halfway line where Pask is. Now Pask can come forward for TNS again. Played inside to Dan Williams, but his pass is loose, and it intercepted by Ross White. Falls into Robles' feet. Ross White now looking to switch it. Cargbo brings it now nicely on his chest on the halfway line. He's got a few blue shirts around him, but he's done well. He plays it back to Mendes. Mendes plays a hooked through ball towards Asabi, but it's intercepted by Jordan Marshall. And now Williams can come forward. Williams looking for a ball. He's forced to cut back. He cuts it back to Dan Williams. He plays a first-hand ball to Harrison Magai. Magai plays it back to Dan Williams. Dan Williams now coming forward. Plays it to Leo Smith now. Leo Smith's got acres of space to drive into now. Should try and get a shot away. He plays a pass instead to Adam Wilson now. Adam Wilson coming into the box. Does a few step overs. Looks to beat his man. Smashes his shot against captain Ross White, and it goes out for another TNS corner. But again, it was better from TNS in possession. The transition was a lot quicker, a lot smoother. A lot more composed in possession instead of just going for these long balls and playing into Bala's game. It was a lot nicer from TNS, a lot more fluid football, which is what we want to see in this second half. So it'll be a corner taken by Jordan Marshall. Marsh gets a corner in, headed away by Robles. It's bouncing towards the edge of the box. Asabi looking to get a ball, looking to hook it further clear, and now it falls back to Robles, who can drive forward for Bala now. Robles' touch looks like it had gone out of play, and it has. The lino has flagged for it. So it'll be a TNS throw in just past the halfway line here. Throw in from Danny Davis towards his centre half, Josh Pask. Pask plays it on to Harrison Magai. Mackay cuts it back to Dan Williams, who plays a nice little clip over the top through ball to Danny Davis, who's got Lloyd for company. He comes inside. Danny Davis now looking to come inside. He's got Carkbo, Lloyd and Robles around him. He plays it to Adam Wilson. Wilson with a nice step over to get it to the edge of the box. It's a free shot now for Danny Davis. He can't get his shot away though. Falls to Danny Redmond. Should have got a shot away, but instead he plays it short to Danny Davis. Davis comes back inside, looks to get a shot away, takes a deflection, but it goes straight into the hands of the Bala number 1, Torrance, who can just collect it easily. But again, it's just TNS who just up their intensity again. Starting to play a lot more fluid football. It's a lot nicer to watch. And you think that there should be a second goal in this if TNS continue to be on top like this. Torrance takes the goal kick. It's a deep one. Harrison Mackay gets his head on it towards Remy, who can't get onto it. So now it's another long ball towards the TNS backline, which is headed away by Jordan Marshall. Ball's ultimately takes a little deflection off Mendes as Redmond tried to clear it, and it'll be a Bala substitution. Number 9, George Newell is coming off for the number 10, number 10, Joel Mailkin. I apologise for my very poor pronunciation. Joe Mailkin will be coming on, the number 10 for George Newell, the big number 9, who had his biggest chance of the game cleared off the line by Harrison Mackay earlier on in the first half. I think it's Joe Malkin. I apologise for the pronunciation. I've just heard the announcer say it. But now the ball's with Josh Pask. He plays it on to Davis, the right back. Davis just cuts back to his centre half. Pask not really being pressed yet. Malkin, the substitute, is just hanging around there. Ball's played on to Harrison Mackay. Mackay can come forward. He plays it to Roberts, who's just on the edge of his own box here. He looks to play a nice little clip ball towards Danny Davis. He's being pressed by Robles, but Davis manages to get it back to Josh Pask. Pask plays it to Connor Roberts. Roberts to Mackay. Just patient build-up from TNS. Robles is pressing Pask now. He's got the ball at his feet. But Pask is quick enough to drive forward, but instead cuts back and keeps it safe and goes backwards towards Connor Roberts. You hear the fans just not too happy with Pask playing it backwards. They want him to just push forward and get this second goal. Paskey plays it across the pitch to Redmond, the captain. Redmond looks to dink a ball over the top towards Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams now battling with Callum Edwards. Callum Edwards looked like he'd seen it out for a throw-in, but the referee's given it the other way and it'll be a Bala throw-in instead. Jordan Williams and Callum Edwards just having a bit of a scuffle in the corner, but nothing more there. It'll be a throw-in taken by Callum. Bala number 22. He gets it up. Header's won by Jordan Williams, but it's gone behind him instead, so Dan Williams can win it. Goes towards Mendes, who puts a lofty clearance towards the halfway line where Pask can head it down. Mendes is back with his feet now. Mendes tries to play it over the top through ball, but it's gone out for a throw-in for TNS, just around the left-back area. Harrison Mackay has it. He wants to play it quickly and play it to his goalkeeper. Connor Roberts has it at feet now. He plays it back across to Harrison Mackay. Mackay goes across back to Connor Roberts. Roberts passes it on to Pask. Pask just taking his time on the ball here. He goes back to Roberts. But a nice little clip ball from Connor Roberts, the goalkeeper, to his right back who was overlapping. But his ball is intercepted by Lloyd, the left back for Bala, who can get a ball down the line. Looking for Malkin, the sub. I can't really see what's going on, but it's been given as a throw-in to TNS. It's just in front of this technical area that is just boxing off my view a little bit. But the ball's now with Connor Roberts, who plays it to the edge of his own box to Harrison Mackay. Mackay goes across to Pask. Josh Pask carrying it forward. He plays it to Danny Davis, but it's a loose pass from Pask, and it goes out for a throw-in. It was a poor pass from Pask, and that's very unlike him. But it's a throw-in now to be taken by Lloyd, just over the halfway line for Bala. Throw to be taken by Lloyd, just over the halfway line here. He goes up the wing. It's headed on by Malcolm, but it's gone out for a TNS throw-in this time.
Wilson and Cutler. You're my idol.
So the throw taken by Danny Davis. Hasn't really got any options on at the moment. Goes up the wing towards Aramide. Aramide with a chest touch to Adam Wilson now. He's got a lot of men on him, but Adam Wilson goes for a switchboard. It's a lovely pass. It's a lovely clip ball over to the left wing where Jordan Williams is, and he's got one-on-one with Callum Edwards, and Callum Edwards has done well, but Jordan's still got the ball, tries to put it into the box. Leo Smith trying to get it clear, but it's cleared by Burke. Loose touch from Dan Williams, and it finds the feet of Malkin, who tries to play a pass to Mendes, but it's fallen to his right back Edwards, who goes a massive clearance, and it goes out for yet another throw-in. Throw-in just in front of the TNS technical area towards Danny Redmond, who plays a switch, looking for Adam Wilson. Adam Wilson just misjudged the ball over the top, but it took a clip off Lloyd's head, and it goes out for a TNS throw-in just around the corner flag here in the Bala half. So TNS are going to go for a long throw-in themselves, letting Jordan Williams take this long throw-in. Jordan Williams take the long throw here. TNS just swarm in the 6-yard box, try and cause a problem for the Bala goalkeeper. Tried to flick on for Josh Pass, but it's headed away by Bala. Falls to Asabi. Asabi tries to get it up, but it's intercepted by Dan Williams. Dan Williams plays a nice ball to Jordan Williams at the right wing spot here. And now Williams can go one-on-one with Lloyd. Williams will fancy himself here. He gets a nice ball into the box, but it's headed away by Edwards. Falls towards Cagbo, but it's headed back in by Leo Smith, and now it's found the feet of Danny Davis. He plays it across to Dan Williams. Williams coming forward. He plays it to Jordan Williams now on this right wing. Jordan cuts in and gives it to Danny Davis. Davis just looking for an option here. He said he chooses to shoot on his weaker foot. Takes a deflection off a few men, and now it's cleared by Lloyd. Bouncing towards Asabi. Looked like a head injury there. Asabi's gone down from a little clash with Redmond, but he gets straight back up. Oh, there's a bit of handbags between Remy and Aaron Edwards, it looks like. But it looks like he's given the ball a free. I don't really know what the referee's given it. I think everyone in the crowd's a bit confused, including myself. But it looks like he's given the ball to a free kick to Bala, which is a bit weird because it's a 50-50. Both players went in for it. And he has given it as a free kick, so the goalkeeper will take it. So Joel Torres to take the free kick now for Bala. It's a bit of a controversial one, so I don't think it was a foul personally, but we'll move on. Torrance's free kick is deep. Josh Pask is going up for it, but it's more, he's flicked it behind himself, and it's fallen to Robles just inside the TNS box. He gets back to Cagbo. Cagbo gets it up to Burke, but Burke's attempted cross is headed away by Dan Williams. It falls to Aaron Edwards, who plays a volley back to his goalkeeper Torrance. Goalkeeper gets it up long again, looking for Malkin, who looked offside to me. Malkin tries to bring it down his chest, but it falls to Pask. Ross White clears past his clearance to the halfway line. It's fallen to Dan Redmond now. Danny Redmond looking to get the ball down. He plays it across to Jordan Williams. He goes back to his left back, Marshall. Marsh goes back inside to Redmond. Redmond looking for a ball here. He plays it to Pask. Now Pask has some time on the ball. He plays it back to his captain. Redmond goes to the right back, Danny Davis. Danny goes towards Redmond. Redder's looking for a pass on here. He goes back to Pask. Now it's back to Redmond. Redmond goes across the defensive line towards Harrison Maguire, who can drive forward with the ball. He gets it onto left winger Jordan Williams. Maguire making an overlapping run, which I've never seen him do ever, but unfortunately the ball couldn't find him, and it's taken the deflection to go out for a TNS throw-in, which will be taken by Jordan Marshall. Throw is taken backwards again towards Harrison Maguire. He passes it on to Josh Pask. Pass goes to Danny Davis. Danny Davis back to Danny Redmond. Danny Davis again. Adam Wilson screamed for the ball in space, but they failed to find him. And now it's with Dan Williams now in midfield, who's got a little bit of space to drive into here. He looks for a pass on to Leo Smith and plays it straight back to Dan Williams. He goes out to Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams just coming away with the ball, goes back to Dan. Dan, there's a switch on here towards Dan Davis, but he doesn't find him. He goes to Redmond instead. Redmond's got a bit of a press from Cargbo, but it's found by Danny Davis, and Redmond still has the ball again here on the halfway line. He goes back across to Harrison Mackay. He goes to Jordan Marshall. It's been a bit of a passive last 10 minutes in this second half. It's still 1-0 TNS. The goal in the opening 30 seconds is all we've really had to show for it today. When that goal went in, I think a lot of people thought it was going to be a shower of goals, but here we are. We've got a chance here. Aramide gets a shot from distance, but it's a comfortable save for Torrance. But it's a lovely clip ball over the top from Harrison Mackay, which Leo Smith managed to get it down to Remy. Nice little one touch backwards to Remy, who can get a shot away first time, but he just doesn't get enough power on it, and it's a comfortable save for the Bala goalkeeper. Like I was saying, it's been a bit of a passive second half. There's not really been many. There's only been one chance in the entire game, except for the goal. And the second half, there really hasn't been much yet. But Bala's substitute Malkin trying to flick on a ball towards Asabi, but it's headed away by TNS. So Jordan Williams now has it just around the left wing spot. They play it up to the halfway line where Remy is. Remy tries to turn, but it's intercepted by Callum Edwards, and now it's with Asabi's feet on the right wing. He looks to beat Dan Williams, but Dan Williams is so good at just putting out fires, as he always does. Managed to get the ball back, but still with a Bala man, and now it's found Malkin's feet. Malkin tries to play a ball over the top, but it's intercepted by Harrison Mackay, who clears it towards the halfway line where Ross White is. Ross White heads it towards Lloyd, who's being pressed by Adam Wilson. Lloyd just trying to hold off Wilson. He goes back to White, who plays a first-time ball looking for Robles, which is seen off by Josh Park. Plays it back to his goalkeeper, and it's comfortable. It's very, very composed defending from TNS as they manage to just play it out from the back here. Play through the press, and just play out. And now Danny Davis has the ball here. He goes back to Redmond. Redmond goes into midfield for Williams. He goes into Harrison Mackay, who switches it to Josh Pask. Just playing 1-2 between the centre halves here, TNS. Pask and Harrison just looking for options. They haven't really got any. So Danny Redmond has dropped deep. He plays it up the wing to Marshall. Back to Redmond. Redmond plays it on to Harrison Mackay. Mackay plays it back onto Redmond. It's another 1-2 there with Mackay and Redmond. So now it's with Harrison. Harrison just looking for a ball here. He plays it into the middle where Remy is, but Remy's really failed to trap the ball and hold it up, and he's given the ball away again here. He's giving it away to Lloyd, and now the ball's with Burke here. Burke plays it across to Lloyd. Lloyd with a first-time ball, looking into the middle of the park. It's headed away by Danny Redmond, but Burke puts an over-the-top ball first time, but he's put way too much on it. It goes straight into Conor Roberts' arms. I can see that Ben Clark is getting ready to come on for TNS. Roberts has just played another loose ball into midfield, which Bala intercept, but now the ball's back with Adam Wilson on the halfway line. Adam Wilson looking to beat a few men, but he gets dispossessed by Burke, and now it's with Ross White, who plays another over-the-top through ball. Malkin tries to flick it on, but he's flicked it out wide, and it's gone out for a TNS throw-in. But there's a substitution here for TNS. It looks like Clark is going to come on. And yeah, Aramide Otte is going to come off. And I feel sorry for Rem. He's tried today, but this game hasn't suited his sort of profile as a centre forward. It was a difficult game for him. He's not the sort of striker to hold the ball up, and they just haven't been able to find him with over-the-top through balls and use his pace and technical ability. So it's been a harsh game for Remy. He's had a difficult 55, 60 minutes or so. So looks like Jordan Williams is going to go up top, which means Ben Clark is going to take the space on the left wing, and Leo Smith drops into attacking midfield. Jordan up front will just cause a few more issues for Bala. He's more than willing for the physical battle, and it's straight away he's involved there, trying to get a chest touch, just leaning against Ross White. But it's found Mendes now for Bala. He plays it back to the left back Lloyd. Lloyd looks over the top with his right boot towards Malkin. Malkin tries to get it down on his chest. He plays it back to Aaron Edwards, who can just come across the halfway line. Aaron Edwards plays it to Callum Edwards. Callum Edwards goes inside to Burke. Burke can turn and go towards Lloyd. Lloyd being pressed, but he goes first time for Mendes, who's in acres of space on this left wing. Mendes cuts in, puts a ball in, but it's poor, and it goes straight into the arms of Conor Roberts. That was a bit fortunate for TNS that the final ball wasn't good enough, because Mendes found himself in acres of space down the left wing. But we'll hope that Jordan Williams can just cause a few more issues for these strong Bala centre halves in White Aaron Edwards. As Jordan is, he's a nuisance. He'll cause a lot more issues. But now Lloyd headers the ball across the halfway line towards the number 7, Mendes, down the left wing. Mendes beats 3 different men to come back inside and play a direct ball towards Malkin on the edge of the box. Malkin gets it down on his chest, looking for a ball. He plays it out to right back. Callum Edwards is overlapped. He's being pressed by substitute Ben Clark. Edwards gets it to the edge of the box where Lloyd is. Drops to Adam Wilson, who's doing his defensive duties, and he does well to win a foul on the edge of the box and allow TNS to get out here. We're just approaching we're in the 68th minute according to my phone. 22 minutes to go in this second half. It's still 1-0 TNS. It's not been the prettiest game to watch, but it's certainly not over. Both teams can certainly score a goal here. Just both played into a bit of a scrappy for opening 70 minutes here at the Mize Tegid. TNS have been unusually negative in possession, unlike their normal selves. They're more willing to go backwards than forwards, which is something they're not used to. But now Adam Wilson has the ball on the right wing, looking to beat Cargbo. Adam, he's got no men round him though. He's just trying to do something with it. Adam tries to get the ball to the box, and he has. Now it's fallen to Dan Williams gets a shot away, but it's at the near post, and it's a good save from Torres. But it's the first time in the last 10 minutes or so that TNS have finally carved the chance out. It was good work from Adam Wilson. Adam Wilson's played well today. He's been the creative spark today from TNS, and out of not many chances. It was a comfortable save in the end from Torrance, but it was well worked from TNS, and it's gone for a throw-in that Jordan Williams will take by the corner flag. It's a save you expect the goalkeeper to make, but it's just nice to see TNS start to create a chance with moving the ball quickly and letting Adam do a bit of skill down the wing. Ball's flicked on by Josh Pask. There's a massive claim for handball there against Aaron Edwards from TNS, but they don't give it. And now Bala are looking to break. The referee's blown for a free kick, but it looked like he could have played advantage. Looks like Asabi's down, but he's managing to get back up again. I think Asabi might be bleeding here. That's why the physio's had to come on. Don't really know what happened. It was just a clash of bodies on the halfway line, which has been given as a foul. You can hear Danny Redmond just shouting orders at his team just to switch on and just to organise themselves. I can tell it's Redders because of the Scouse accent. But now it's a free kick for Bala just on the halfway line. Literally bang on the halfway line, actually. It'll be Aaron Edwards to take it. Edwards hasn't really got much on. Edwards goes long towards Malkin, the substitute. He tries to flick it on, but it's only flicked towards Conor Roberts, the goalkeeper, who can pick it up. TNS have got to use Adam Wilson more in this second half because he's been the bright spark. He's the one that's just the directness of his game has been a lot better. Now the ball's with Jordan Marshall at left back. Now the ball's with Jordan Marshall. Back to Harrison Mackay. Mackay just drops his shoulder to drive forward. He plays a clip ball over the top, looking for Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams looking to get the end of it. It's cleared by Ross White, and it goes out for a TNS throw-in just around their technical area. Nice little flip from Chris Sargent to allow play to continue and get the throw-in taken quicker. Now it's for Jordan Marshall to take. He throws it into Danny Redmond, plays a first-time ball back to Marsh. Marsh goes into Ben Clark. Ben Clark looking to turn. He goes to Dan Williams, who goes right to Adam Wilson now. Go on, Ads. Get out your man. Ads looking to go at his man now. Big step overs. Gets a nice clip ball into the back stick. It's flicked away by Aaron Edwards. But that's the perfect example there of why TNS need to use Adam Wilson more, because he's been the bright spark in TNS's attack. He's the one that hasn't really played into this scrappy game. He's just got on with his football, gets his head down, is so direct, looking to go at his man every single time. So TNS need to keep using him, because he has got the beating of Lloyd at left back. There's Wilson again here. He plays a 1-2 with Dan Williams. Williams will now come forward with it. He plays it across the halfway line to Danny Redmond. Redmond goes up to Ben Clark, plays it back to Redmond. Redmond plays a first-time ball back to Williams, who's being pressed by Malkin, the substitute. He plays it to Adam Wilson, who just is facing up with Mendes. Adds instead goes inside to Danny Davis. Davis turns and goes to Pask. Pask being pressed by Robles. He goes back over to Harrison Maguire. He cuts back and gives it back to Pask. Now Maguire just looking for a ball on. He plays it to Williams. Williams goes to Pask. It's just got to be a bit quicker, but just move the ball a bit quicker, the New Saints, but they're not at the moment. So now the ball's with Dan Williams, who plays it on to Danny Redmond. Redmond can come forward with it now. He beats one man. It's good skill from Redmond. He's just coming towards the edge of the box. Finds Leo Smith. Gets his shot away. Leo just past the post. It was a really nice little run from captain Danny Redmond just to skip past his man and play the ball to the edge of the box where Leo Smith was to get his shot away. And it just sails past the top right-hand post. But it's another good chance for TNS. There's another nice little bit of football. It's been a rarity in the second half. There's been a few spells of nice quality fluid football. That was one of them, and it's created another chance. TNS will be desperate for their second goal because it'll just become a bit weary with their recent records with Bala that they might be able to keep a clean sheet or not. But Torrance picks the ball up right to the top of the pitch, right across the halfway line. It's headed away by Dan Williams, headed further back in by Aaron Edwards for Bala. Cargbo turns, plays it to Burke, who plays an over-the-top through ball, looking for Robles. He's battling with Danny Williams, who gets it back up the pitch towards Ross White, who plays a first-time left-footed ball over the top. Pass heads it away. It falls to the edge of the box where Redmond is. Redmond jumping, tries to head it towards Marsh, but it's fallen to Mendes instead. Mendes goes back to Callum Edwards. Callum Edwards, a nice little touch inside. He plays it into Cargbo. Cargbo goes back out wide to Mendes. Mendes cuts back to Burke on the halfway line. Burke goes back to his centre half, Aaron Edwards. Edwards looking to go long towards Cargbo. Cargbo with a nice little chest touch, but it's intercepted by Danny Redmond on the slide. Played to Leo Smith. Leo Smith with a nice little turn around three white shirts, and now it goes to Danny Davis, who can drive over the halfway line. There's a bit of an overload. He plays it through to Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams looking to get a left foot. His shot away. It's a nice hit. It's a great goal. It is a superb goal from Jordan Williams. I couldn't really see if the referee had given something then or not, but it's a superb goal. It was a nice drive from Danny Davis through the middle of the pitch. He played a nice little through ball to Jordan Williams just on the edge of the box. Jordan just manages to scoop it with his left foot, and it's a lovely lob right into the far corner. Torrenson had no chance. And now that is the precious second goal that TNS desperately wanted in this second half, just to kill off any Bala motivation just to get back into this game. And it is TNS 2, Bala 0. Jordan with another goal to the tally this season. This is his first start back from injury in the league. He started in the cup on the weekend, but this has been massive goal for TNS. But now Bala come forward. It's with Asabi at that right wing spot. He plays it on to Burke, who tries to get a cross in. It's headed away by TNS. Marsh is battling with it in there, but the ref has pulled it back for it looks like a head injury. I can't see who's down though. Just approaching into the last 15 minutes, so that's such an important time to score. I can't see who's down right now. It's one of the Bala players, but I can't. No, it's one of the TNS boys. I think it's Josh Pask. Yeah, pretty sure that's Pasky down. Looks like TNS are making a change. Rory Holden, from what I can see. Yeah, Rory Holden is just preparing to come on now. He's just getting dressed. And I'd imagine it'll be Jack Bodenham, who played really well. If Pask has to come off, it'll be Bods coming on, who played really well against Airbus. But this isn't looking good for Pask. He's been down for a while now. As I say that, he's getting back up. Phil's just helping him back up. Looks like Zach Clark's coming on, actually. Yeah, Zach Clark and Rory Holden. New lad from Carnarvon. Zach Clark got his first goal against Airbus in the week. He'll be hoping to make a big impression in the last 15 minutes of this game. It just adds a bit more physical because Zach is one of the tallest centre forwards in the league. He's around 6, I'd say 6'2", 6'3". I haven't got an exact measurement for you, but Trust me on my opinion. Trust me on this. I've stood next to the man a few times. He's very tall. He'll just add a bit more of a physical presence up front, which they haven't had in this game. Remy tried, but Remy isn't that sort of centre forward. Zach's a different profile. Jordan's more of a nuisance up front, Jordan Williams. And as soon as you put him up front, he gets a goal. He's better down the centre than he is on the wing. But now the ball's with Adam Wilson, who's dispossessed by Cargbo. And now the ball's with... Finds Robles, who's going one-on-one with Dan Williams. He tries to clip the ball across the box, and it's Harrison Maguire who heads it over the halfway line. Really good defending from Maguire. To be honest, I thought he'd headed that into his own net, but it's actually really, really good defending. And now this should let the substitutions be able to be made. Corner's been taken by Mendes. Substitutions aren't being allowed to be made just yet. Ball's deep, but it's right into Connor Roberts' arms, and maybe TNS can break now. No, he'll just take the sting out of it a little bit, take the pace out of the game. They've got their 2-goal lead that they were so desperate for. But now there's substitutions still waiting to come on here, but Roberts has ball in hand. Roberts gets the ball just across the halfway line. It's bouncing. Cargbo tries to get it down, but it's a poor touch, and his touch sees it out for a TNS throw-in. It'll be Jordan Williams coming off for Zach Clark. Jordan Williams, the goal scorer, he's been superb today with what little he's been given. He's had one clear-cut chance and he's taken it, which is classic Jordan. I mean, he did fire a few over the halfway line in the first half, but over the halfway line, over the crossbar. But we won't mention that. Adam Wilson is also coming off, who's been superb. He's probably been the shining light in this second half, the one that's wanting to get his man the most. He's coming off for Rory Holden. So Zach Clark coming on up top for TNS. Just to cause a bit more of a handful for them. He's a big lad. Throw-in to be taken by Danny Davis. Looking for Zach, but it goes over his head and goes towards Leo Smith. Into substitution, Rory Holden. Goes back to Leo. Leo with a nice little cruyff to get away from his man. Plays it to Rory. Rory goes back to Danny Davis. Davis goes to Josh Pask on the halfway line. Pask with taking his time on the ball. He plays it back to Roberts. Roberts goes across to Harrison Maguire. Maguire just looking for a pass, just holding on to the ball here. He goes back to Roberts. Roberts goes to Harrison Maguire. Maguire back to Roberts. Roberts just holding on to the ball here. He plays it short to Josh Pask. Pask goes up the line, goes just over Leo Smith's head, but he does manage to control the second ball, and now he can drive forward into space. Leo goes to Ben Clark. Ben Clark gets the ball under control with a nice little turn, but nice little roulette, but he can't get the second touch on. It's intercepted by a Bala man. Now Aaron Edwards can get it forward. He plays it onto Robles at left wing. Robles looking to get a pass. He switches it towards Asabi at the back stick, but Marshy guides it out brilliantly for a goal kick. So it'll be a goal kick for TNS here. It's currently 2-0 as we approach the last 10 minutes or so. It's such an important goal from Jordan Williams just to kill off. You see the Bala just their press has calmed down a little bit. They've only made one change, which was a bit of a surprise to me, bringing Joe Malkin on up front, who hasn't really had much of an impact so far with the long balls. But now Ross White plays a long ball over to Asabi, but Jordan Marshall can just see it out again, and it goes out for a throw-in. Throw-in taken towards Harrison Maguire. Maguire plays it back to Marsh. Marsh goes inside to Redmond. Redmond with a nice switch across to Danny Davis. Davis plays it inside to Rory Holden, who's just on the halfway line here. Rory does a nice little turn. Goes to Williams. Williams goes to Redmond. Redmond switches it out wide to the left wing where substitute Ben Clark is. Clarkey comes inside. Plays it to Redmond. Redmond goes back out to Clark. Clark tries to go up the line. It takes a little deflection. Aaron Edwards can clear it into the middle of the pitch where Rory Holden is. He gets a head onto it, but it's headed back by Burke. Burke heads it towards Mendes, but it's intercepted by Dan Williams. Drops to Leo Smith now, get the ball down, back on the floor. He plays it across to Holden. Holden plays a ball across to Dan Davis. Danny Davis cuts it back to Holden into the ball. Holden gets a shot away, and it's a great save from Torrance. It's a superb save from the Bala goalkeeper. Nice play from TNS again. Rory Holden played it out wide to Danny Davis. You cut it back to Rory, the edge of the box. Rory just has a first-time curl with his right foot that looked like it was destined for the top corner. But an outstretched right arm by Bala's number 1 pushes it out for a corner, and it's a great save to stop it from going to 3-0. But it'll be Rory Holden to take this corner. It's a great shot with his weaker boot as well. Rory gets the ball into the box, goes towards the near post, flicked away by Burke, falls to Williams, who goes back to Jordan Marshall. Marshall with a touch just to get out of his feet. Marsh plays it into Dan Williams. He's being pressed by Savey, but he managed to get back to his goalkeeper. Redmond just hanging around in the right back area. Who has the ball now? Redders plays it on to Rory Holden. Rory Holden back to Redders. Redders was looking for a ball here, looking for a pass, but he's just taking his time. Plays it inside to Zach Clark, who goes back to Redmond. Reddo plays it over the top towards Clark. Clark looking to get something onto it. Clark with a nice touch. He's being pressed by Ross White. He plays it back to Danny Davis. Gets the ball into the box towards Leo Smith, but it's cleared by Lloyd towards Robles. Robles with a first-time ball towards Malkin. Malkin battling with Pass. Pass manages to get enough on it to get it back to Redmond, who goes it back to his goalkeeper. And now TNS can start again here. Short ball to Harrison Maguire. Maguire turns out and just cuts back to his goalkeeper again. He's being pressed by Malkin. He plays it up to Josh Pask here. Josh Pask with a nice little turn. Being pressed by Robles. Gets it up to Rory Holden with a nice little turn to get away from Burke. He drops a shoulder again, looking for a ball, and he gets it up to Leo Smith. Leo Smith with a nice little turn. He can come forward. Now a little cross turn to go back. He plays it to Danny Davis, the right back, just supporting him over the halfway line. Goes back inside to Rory Holden. Rory Holden's got Cragbo just pressing him. Now it's with Danny Redmond. Redmond switches it to Danny Williams. Williams leaves it to go to Jordan Marshall at left back. He goes back to Maguire. Maguire goes to Connor Roberts. Roberts cuts it to Josh Pask. It's just coming into the last 5 minutes now, just with added time to be put on as well. It looks like there's a substitution for each side. I can't see who the Bala one is right now, but I can see that it's definitely Sean Bradley by his ginger hair looking to come on for TNS. I'd imagine he'll be coming on for Leo Smith. Yeah, you go for Leo Smith and drop one of either Rory or Ben back into that 10 role. But it's a lofted kick from the goalkeeper Torrance towards Malkin. Mendes brings it down and plays it on to Cargbo. Cargbo gets it across to Louis, who gets to come forward. Cargbo now battling with Williams. I can't really see anything, but it has gone out for a throw-in, and now I think the substitutions will be made. So it'll be 2 Bala substitutions. So it'll be Sean Bradley coming on for Leo Smith. Imagine Clark, he'll drop into the 10, but Sean Bradley out wide. The number 11, I think I said number... 2 seconds while I work out who's coming on. I have no idea who's coming on for Bala, I can't lie, because he's just held up number 11 and number 11 isn't on the bench. So I'll have to see what shirt it is, but I think he's just held up the number 16 there as well. Yes, it'll be number 16, who also hasn't got a name on the team sheet, which is brilliant. Just give me 2 seconds, yeah. Isaac Cargbow is from what I can see. Isaac Cargbow. Unless that is, of course, number 17 for Bala, who is Samba Bajana. But it definitely says number 11. I am very confused right now, as it's not on the team sheet. I apologise to anybody here. Now the ball's with number 18, Robles. Tries to get it onto the substitute. Robles comes back in, gets a ball into the box. Malkin jumping, but it's headed away by Maguire. Only as far as the number 11, who I don't know his name because he's not on the sheet. Ball's cleared. Ross White, the captain, just looking to see it out, and Ross White does well there to see it out. So, the number 11 is called Malone, from what I can see now. That does me a favour. Yeah, Malone isn't on my subs bench, from what I can see. There's Dan Malone, number 44 on my subs bench, but he's got a number 11 shirt on. I do apologise, everybody. Now the ball's with Mendes, who can come away. Now the ball's with Cargbo. He gets up the line, but Marsh intercepts it. Marshall looking for a ball, but it's a nice little drag back to keep possession and play it towards to Redmond. Bala's number 16 has also come on, but again, as I said, I haven't got his name. Give me 2 seconds. Isaac Cargbo is the number 16. Now the ball is Aaron Edwards just sees it out for a goal kick now. I'm sorry for all the confusion over the last minute or so on names, but it'll be another substitution for Bala. Robles is now coming off for Samba Bajana, the number 17. So yeah, I've worked out Malone is down as number 44 on the bench, but he's come on with a number 11 shirt on, so that's where the confusion has come from. It wasn't me not being able to read. Torrance with a goal kick now. Towards Malkin. It goes over Redo's head. But it's back to Redo. Flicks it on towards Zach Clark. Intercepted by Mendes. Mendes tries to go long and he's given a foul now. Mendes has just won a foul from Dan Williams, so they've got a Bala free kick just over the halfway line here. Give Mendes to stand over this free kick now. His free kick goes long and into the box. There's a lot of heads jumping forward, but the referee's flagged for an offside against the Bala line, and it'll be a TNS free kick just inside of their own half. Or own box, sorry. Just as I have my monitor, I'm just trying to check how much time is left. We are in the 89th minute now, according to Cymru Football, my app. We are not sponsored by them, it's just what I can use quickly to check without my normal monitor. Apparently we're approaching the last minute. I can see the assistant, the fourth official, is messing around with the board, so we'll see how much time he's going to add on. Connor Roberts now goes long towards the halfway line, intercepted by Mendes, goes just towards the fourth official, and it'll be a throw in right on the halfway line for TNS as the fourth official flags for 4 added minutes. So we're just coming into added time now. So throw in on the halfway line. Jordan Marshall standing over it. TNS winning this, that we go 12 points clear at the top of the league table as we're playing in phase 2 now, as we look to defend our title and keep hold of the Cymru Premier title. And it's a lovely trophy, I must add. It's a very, very nice trophy. But now TNS on the ball on the halfway line. Holden has it now. He plays it inside to Danny Davis. Danny Davis from nice feet to get away from the substitute Malone. He plays it into Redmond, who gives the ball away to Cargbo, the substitution. He goes long, looking for Malkin, but the referee's flagged for another foul. Pascu just kicked the ball away, but I don't think the referee's going to give anything for that. It's very rare that we've got 2 players called Cargbo. I think Cargbow and Cargbo, though. I think that's 2 pronunciations for the Bala men. I apologise if I've been butchering anybody's names here today. Free kick taken by Aaron Edwards towards that back stick. It's headed away by TNS. Falls to Mendes on the edge of the box. He gets it out wide to Lloyd, number 19. He gets it back to Mendes as they come further away, and Zach Clark gets a foot in there to put it out for a throw-in. Mendes takes the throw in here. He goes towards Lloyd. He's being pressed by Rory Holden. He goes back to Mendes. Mendes goes inside to his captain, Ross White. White goes across to Aaron Edwards, who gets it up, but it's only towards Sean Bradley, who can intercept on the halfway line. Bradley hasn't really got an option right now, so just drive with the ball. Looks to go past. He goes past the 2 substitutes, Malone and Cargbow. He gets it back to Jordan Marshall. It goes back to Sean Bradley. Bradley's tackled by Cagbo. Now it's with Rory Holden and comes forward. He tries to play a through ball towards Zach Clark, who's trying to get on the end of it, but the goalkeeper Torrance comes out and claims it. Referee's pulled it back though for looks like an injury on Dan Williams. But it looks like he'll be okay. He's just a little bit of a sore one there, but he'll walk it off. He'll be fine. So it'll be a drop ball just to the goalkeeper now. Torrance can take it. He puts the ball flat. Goes long towards the edge of the box, but Pask heads it away. Cargbo puts it back in. It's headed away further by Rory Holden. Falls to Ross White now on the edge of the halfway line. He plays it to Lloyd. Lloyd switches it nicely towards Aaron Edwards. Cargbo is showing for him, White showing for him as well. Edwards is looking for an option. He plays it back up to Cargbo. He's being pressed by Sean Bradley. Bradley does well, but it bounces back out to Cargbo. Gets a long ball over the top, looking for Malkin. Headed away by Josh Pask. Ball falls only to Callum Edwards. Cargbo, the substitution, the number 16, trying to keep the ball in, but it's gone out for a TNS goal kick as we approach the end of this game. Currently in the 94th minute of time, according to my phone, so whistle should be going any minute now, really. And it is another TNS win, who are now 12 points clear of Penabont at the top of the league. It's a big result for the New Saints. It's not been pretty considering the circumstances of the physical presence of Bala, but they've certainly battled well, and they've got a hard-fought 3 points here after being beaten twice in the first phase by Bala, and that is right on cue. The final whistle. It is TNS 2, Bala Town 0. Goals from Leo Smith in the opening 13 seconds, and in the second half, Jordan Williams with a lovely finish, but enough to see the New Saints go 12 points clear at the top of the Cymru Premier in phase 2 as they tighten their grip on their defence of the Cymru Premier title. It's been an absolute pleasure to commentate today. It's been nice warm weather for a lovely change. And we will see you guys at the cup final on Friday. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good night.
And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight. And don't be down, and don't be such a mess. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight.
Against all the odds. Celebrations out of the pitch.
So don't be down, and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight.
It's there! Against all the odds. Celebrations out on the pitch.
And maybe it's time for you all to know all of the places we plan to go. And when our future comes to pass, you know we've got the strength to last. And when the old boys shout out loud, heads held high and they stand so proud. And when the bells all ring and the boys all sing for the lads as they take the crown. So don't be down and don't be in distress. We're dancing in the streets of TNS tonight, tonight.
And what a beautiful sight I've just seen.
And yeah, it's Champions League and you know what we need. And maybe the time is right for us to find our dreams. And maybe it's time for you all to know